Back welcome, hello.
Whoa! We're in backwards land. I mean, now, crab knee.
I do enjoy a good crab knee. So, yeah.
We're here. We just had some kind of musical and we're back. Ready to continue.
The bits are funnier if we pretend they never happened.
Oh, all right. Cut that. Cut that quick. Cut that with a knife. My goodness. So anyway, we're here for more Shion Happy Fun Times.
Yes.
On the murder spree.
Yes.
And we just had the episode released where I first called out Shion's problems. So that's fun. And it's been nothing but support for me, which I'd love to see.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys are so supportive of my opinions and
correct.
what they mean to my personal and social life.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
This is part 19, I think.
Yeah.
Which means that we're right about where the end would normally be as far as conventional wisdom is concerned. Not that Higurashi's paid much attention to conventional wisdom.
Yeah, this is a long arc.
Most of these have been 20, except for, well, I mean, I say most of them as though it's been consistent. We had 17,
we set the
20, 22,
Yes.
9.
Yes. Well, this is the problem, isn't it? That we say, that chapter 1 is supposed to set the standard for how many chapters you should go through. But it doesn't stick to that at all.
Well, I mean, it's also more just a matter of Umineko giving us expectations because
true.
it's a lot more consistent about its length.
Umineko is better structured and therefore the superior work.
How
Obviously,
dare
I said
you.
it here. As we all know, I always said Higurashi is a bag of trash.
That's
Umineko can wag that ash. There we go. Point is,
I
Umineko.
wish I'd never read Umineko so that I could just enjoy Higurashi more.
I know, you could ignore his glaring faults and just be satisfied with a mediocre experience.
How dare you?
What am I doing with my life?
It's like you're trying to aggravate yourself 6 months ago.
Dude, it's great. This is what I'm here for, to make enemies, not friends, okay? That's the whole point. Look, this arc, the Megakashi arc, it's all about Shion making enemies, and therefore I have to parallel that journey by making enemies of every fan that I can. That's my plan for this arc.
So eventually when you've scared away all of the people who enjoy the content, then you just have to piss yourself off.
I don't think that's possible. I don't know how I would do that.
But then people become fans of you pissing
Yeah, because
yourself
they're
off.
like, oh, he's such a tragic character, and therefore we should empathize with how shitty he is.
And then you have to make fun of the people who've become fans of you making fun of yourself. Wow.
And then that's how it works. And then I don't know what happens after that. We'll have to finish the arc to figure that out.
Sounds like a real Pyrrhic victory.
That's what I'm going for. That's exactly. You know what? You should write a play. You understand the idea of the Pyrrhic victory, the tragic anti-hero. That's basically what I am.
It's so funny having mentioned our friend who wrote a play so many times and then just actually putting him on a show.
Don't tell them that. The bits are funnier if you don't tell people.
Shit, you're right. Cut that.
Cut that.
Hey, everyone.
Don't actually cut that. Hey, everyone.
Are you all still alive?
No.
I don't know if it came across on video, but it just froze on the K there for a really long time.
I was like, why?
I was really concerned we're about to jump ahead to Keiichi being here.
Dude, that'd be great.
Why do you think we would crash?
The arc would be over sooner. What am I talking about? Let's read this.
Kiyoshi was hanging from the collar with his head turned up to the ceiling. He didn't even move when I walked in. Maybe he's already dead. Satoko was lying on a cross-shaped restraining table. She glared at me with red and swollen eyes, which must have been that way from crying. I'd wanted to put her on that special restraining table to pound nails into her hands, but Satoko was too small for that. I see that's why she got bored and put Keiichi in it.
It's true.
Also, hey, Satoko's here now.
Yeah, we skipped that. I guess just go read whatever Rena said back in Arc 2, and that's probably what happened.
Well,
What?
It's less of the fact, like, we know that Satoko was captured. We were just trying to draw a timeline of when, and I guess we have our timeline a bit more straight now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Riki comes over, then Satoko comes over, then they go look for Rika and Satoko, and they can't find them because
and Satoko's still alive. That's the other thing that's important.
Yeah. Yeah. All the answers.
Yes, all of them. No questions remain in this story.
I don't think so. Not by the end.
After all, we do know at this point that Irie is behind everything.
No, he's a beautiful man. He's a pervert, though, but he's a beautiful man. He's like Keiichi. Couldn't hurt a fly.
I walked up to Kiyoshi and poked his body with my toe. There was no response. Uncle Kimiyoshi, you dead? I'm gonna take a wild stab and say it's not Kimiyoshi.
I don't think it's Kimiyoshi, but we have two other living creatures.
Shit.
Who do you think it is out of the two?
It's got to be Satoko. She's the feisty one.
All right. Let's go with Satoko.
How many points you?
I think we get 5 points.
Okay.
If it is Satoko,
Okay.
and then Ryuji gets 5 if it's
right.
Mion.
Murderer. Maybe Satoko had witnessed Kimiyoshi's last moments. 5
There you go.
I took a thick knife from the wall and stabbed Kimiyoshi with it. There was no response. Uncle Kimiyoshi, if you're alive, you better tell me, okay? You can't fool me.
I should have brought popcorn.
I just I love the image of, like, you know, removing his head and being like, come on, chop, wake up.
Rise and shine, you big dead bunny.
I walked over to the pulley that was suspending Kimiyoshi. This is your last chance. Are you alive? Let me know if you are. I paused just for a moment, then turned the pulley.
Oof, here we go. And then the blood happened.
Yes, the blood.
No.
Kimiyoshi's body swayed strangely in the air. Looked much more like a corpse, like that.
Shion-san, why are you doing this?
I get it. The door of that huge cave was still open. I bet Satoko had talked to the one in the cell while I was gone. That's how she knows my name. Although that's actually not my name at all. No, I'm not Shion, I'm the real Mion. The one you all thought was Mion is Shion. It's kind of confusing, huh? If you don't get it, that's okay.
How dare you kill Rika?
Big oof.
I allowed Satoko to watch me take care of Rika's body. Of course, I let her see Rika's neck, too. Rika Furude deserved it. She came over to kill me. I just fought back, that's all.
That's not possible. Rika would never do a thing like that.
If you don't believe me, that's fine. It's none of your business anyway.
What are you going to do with me?
I'm going to kill you. Satoko's eyes went wide. She was expecting my answer, I'm sure, but she still looked shocked. I bet she didn't expect me to state it so openly. Yeah, Satoko was really hanging out for that villain monologue.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's probably still gonna get it, too.
Yeah, Lord willing.
I heard the noise of something hitting iron bars echoing in the huge cave. Shion's voice echoed there as well. Sis, no! Don't kill Satoko! I answered her clearly. Did you finally realize what you've done? Did you finally realize you didn't do anything to save Satoshi-kun, although you had the power to? That was why he was killed. You ignored millions of chances to rescue Satoshi-kun. Yes, that is your sin. Ah! Before even finishing my sentence, I stabbed Satoko's right arm. I feel like I did the wrong
It's
sound
alright.
there.
That was Satoko's scream, but it's okay.
It's alright. Satoko's just gotten really husky with a knife in the chest.
Yeah, that's the one. God damn it.
Sprites on screen, please. I'm taking a point.
Ryuji, please.
Her blood started to flow out. This was nothing compared to what happened to Rika Furude. I twisted the knife into Satoko's arm. She bit down hard, crying. For fuck's sake, Ryugashi! Taking 10 points!
It was Mion. I mean, Shion. I mean, wait. It was one of them. It was one of the twins. I don't remember what their name is at this point. Who knows? Could be either. Ryugashi is going to do this, I think, for this entire scene, because it builds tension to not have sprites on screen.
Well, good. It'll finally give us a chance to catch up.
Yay! Do we need to catch up?
Definitely. We're like 150.
I thought we got 100 points at one time, and I was really happy about it.
Maybe
Are we still not?
Maybe I haven't edited up to there yet. Maybe we're only like 40 points behind.
Oh god!
Maybe
I hope
we've
so.
maybe we've
Well, you know
now
what?
caught up.
It's time for us to get ahead. Here we go.
It's all right.
Good luck.
Let her go. I don't care what you do to me, but please let Satoko go. Why couldn't you say that for Satoshi-kun? It's too late now. I was the one screaming like you back then. I don't remember that happening.
I don't remember that. I mean, it was when she was getting the fingernails like ripped off. You know, she was.
Yes, but he hadn't disappeared at that point.
It's true. She didn't really know what was going on at that point, though. It wasn't quite the same situation. She also hadn't gone through as much like troll being stuck underground for like how many days? 3 days? 2 days? I don't know.
I don't know, like a month.
What? What? Mion?
Yeah.
What?
Because time, when you're closer to the, when there's like
science.
a body of large mass. When you're closer to it, there's a higher gravitational pull. That's how spaghettification works in black holes.
So you're saying that we have a spaghetti meon on our hands?
Yes,
a spaghetti meon, if you will.
Yeah. So even though on the outside world it's barely been any time at all.
For spaghetti meon, it's been like a month.
Exactly.
Damn, that sucks for her.
That's some real science right there.
Yeah. Science that shit.
Definitely did not get general relativity backwards.
I did chemistry in high school, so I take no responsibility for this.
Yes. Wait, does that mean you just pin the blame for this on me?
Yes.
Shit.
For once in my life, it's not my fault.
Wow.
Yeah. The tables have turned. How the turns have tabled.
This is how it feels to be you.
This is how it feels to be me. And this is how it feels to be you. We're switched. We're switched, baby.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're like the real Shion. Except, more rugged and handsome. Feels good to be Felix.
But no matter how loudly I screamed, it never reached him, spared him, or saved him. I want you to go through the same thing I did.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try.
Ooh, yeah. What?
Jimmy Ricard.
That's the one. Left my knickers in your boyfriend's bra, because we can't use car twice.
Right.
So you gotta use boyfriend's bra.
I don't remember any of the
lyrics.
lyrics.
You don't know that song or rhyme? Was there a full song to that?
What?
Wasn't that just like one rhyme?
It's the classic fucking draft song, Ben.
I don't think I actually heard the song. I think I just heard that one line.
Wow, the turns have tabled again.
No! Oh, I'm miserable again. A miserable sludge of a human being.
Link to that song in the description.
Oh, God.
I stabbed Satoko's arm repeatedly. But the knife kept hitting her bone. It didn't feel like I was cutting any of her flesh.
That sucks.
Stop, Mion. Stop, sis. Stop. Okay, Shion. How about this? I'll tell you how you can save Satoko.
Oof.
Apologize to me 1,000 times.
Oof.
I'll let her go when you're done. How about that? I don't tell lies.
That's not true.
That is
objectively not true, ma'am.
Well, no, but this is Mion Shion now instead of Shion.
So Mion would never tell a lie, but Shion would tell. This sounds like a really bad riddle coming on.
Fuck, you're right.
Somebody write that for us in the comments. Make it like a really bad riddle.
Leave it for Yukishi.
No, do it in the comments.
Let it happen.
We've already had the
I don't
riddle.
tell lies, man.
It's not true.
If you really apologize 1,000 times, I'll keep my promises.
Okay.
Get started.
Okay.
Well, how about that? I'm sorry. Shion started to apologize like a broken record. Interesting that we are getting a cause for this thematic now rather than it just happening.
What do you mean by that? You mean that Shion has said, if you say this thing, then I will give you a thing, rather than people just saying sorry?
Yes.
Right.
Because this story has a penchant for people
you're talking
repeating it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if you meant like in the context of the entire story. I was going to say, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, in the context of this scene, yes.
No. Like in the entire story as well. Like,
what?
In Arc 1, when Rena was stuck out in the rain... There was a scene was it in the class? No, or was it in Underground?
Yeah.
But there's been repetitive
numerous scenes
where
characters
just
have
apologizing on end, and this is the first time that we've ever had a reason given for it.
Sure. No, I feel you. No. I understand what you mean now.
She's so stupid and honest. She's not even thinking of cheating. I bet Shion really will count to 1,000. I stabbed Satoko in the wrist. There, I felt something hard. I guess I either crushed her bone or scraped it. Must have been extremely painful for her. Satoko screamed. Shion's voice got louder as if trying to overpower that scream. All you have to do is cry to get what you want. You think your Nini is going to appear out of nowhere, knock me aside and rescue you, huh? Yeah, right. The knife was still in Satoko's wrist. I slid it towards her elbow.
Oh.
Satoko, can you hear me? Hey, listen to me. I slapped her in the face several times and made her look at me. You know what you've done. Do you know how your very existence is what cornered Satoshi-kun?
Nini.
That's right. That's all you did to him. Every time you cried, Satoshi-kun protected you. But have you ever considered what kind of a burden you were to him? He wasn't some superhero. He was just like you. He was just a normal human being. Have you ever even thought of what he had to go through because of you? No, you didn't. You never even tried. You just let Satoshi-kun take care of you. You just leeched off him.
She called her a leech.
That's pretty fucking rude.
That's a throwback to an old joke.
Oh my god, right! I don't remember that joke, but I remember leeches!
But it's funnier if we don't point out the jokes.
It's true. Don't point it out. You gotta restrain yourself, Felix. Don't point it out to the
Okay,
audience.
I won't mention it.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Keep going as if we didn't just... Yeah.
Got that?
Fucking got him.
And as he got injured for your sake, you lived by sucking his blood. You are cursed. How can you still call for it, huh? After telling her all I'd been wanting to, I exhaled roughly. Also, can we just address the fact that Shion just breathed out in her thoughts?
Yes.
Before breathing out in real life?
Because she has to think about breathing. It's like a conscious thing. That's like a disease,
That's
isn't
an
it?
interesting psychological state to be in.
Yeah, isn't that a thing, right? Some people, they have to think about breathing. It's not second nature to them.
I don't know. I only know about spaghettification. That's the extent of my science
True.
knowledge.
You don't even know about that real good.
Oh, what are you talking about? I knew about that just fine.
That's true.
It was
right.
It was general relativity and
But backwards.
But backwards. With my help, you are now going to pay for your sin. Cry as much as you want, scream as much as you want, and realize Satoshi-kun will never come for you. You cornered him. You made him disappear. You killed him. What's this? You don't feel anything in your right arm anymore? Okay then, let's use your left. I stabbed her left arm repeatedly and her blood flowed out. But Satoko's reactions weren't fun anymore. She didn't cry or scream like she did before. That put me in a bad mood. Put you in a bad mood?
She was in a good mood before. She was enjoying the killing and the murder and the Kimiyoshi corpse. It was a good time.
So I stabbed the back of her left hand and twisted the knife again. But Satoko still just moaned. She didn't scream anymore. What's the matter? Are you stifling your screams in protest, thinking that I was enjoying your cries?
Which you were.
That's great. Satoko was unfazed by my mad laughter. She looked at me with gritted teeth in resignation.
Yes, I think that's the truth.
Hmm?
I cornered Nini. That is why he disappeared. I've known that ever since the day he vanished. I wasn't strong enough. I depended on Nini. I'm sure it was hard on him too, but I couldn't stop. You're absolutely right about that. I have no excuse.
Satoko didn't sound as if she was mocking me or trying to please me. She spoke so naturally. That's interesting. I never realized you were aware of what you'd done.
Nini is coming back. He will come back someday. And when he does, I'm going to show him how independent I've become. I don't need him anymore. I won't hide behind him anymore. I'm going to show him that I really can live on my own.
When he comes back, huh? I stabbed Satoko's arm in a mad frenzy, but she still didn't even scream. She bit down tightly and swallowed her pain instead.
Nini is coming back. I know he is. I'm waiting for him. And when he comes back, I'll apologize for depending on him so much. So I won't give up until that day comes. I'll never depend on him again, ever. No matter what kind of hardships I have to endure. I won't ask him to help me. I won't call for help. I won't cry. I won't scream. If I cry, Nini will come for me. So I'm going to endure this by myself.
Damn you. What do you think you're saying?
If it's fun for you, go ahead. Stab me as much as you please. But if you think I'm going to cry for Nini, well, too bad. I'll not cry. Ever! If you refuse to believe me, then try it. Nini is watching me. He's watching me endure this. He'll see that I'm not like I was before. And when he sees that, he's going to come back. Come on, try it. I won't cry. Try to see how strong Sadako Hojo is.
Shit. I'll show her. Take that and that and that.
Nini, you're watching me, right? I've become so strong. This won't bring me down. This is nothing. This won't make me cry. I won't cry for your help. I can endure this. I'm going to endure this. This is nothing compared to what you had to go through for me.
Shit. Why doesn't she feel the pain? Doesn't it hurt? There's no way it doesn't. I've been stabbing her so much and the knife went in so deep. Her blood has poured to the ground and I've been turning her flesh inside out. How can she still talk that way? Why doesn't she cry and scream? After Sadako said what she wanted to say, she shut her mouth. She didn't say a word after that. No matter how much I stabbed her, twisted the knife toward her and ripped out her flesh, she didn't even make a sound. What in the world is this? This isn't the Sadako I know. Sadako's never as strong as this. If Sadako was this strong, she wouldn't have been a burden to Satoshi-kun. Why wasn't she as strong before? It's too late. Everything is too late. Its maturity came far too late. Her blood made my hand slippery and I dropped the knife. I was covered in blood from head to toe. Sadako was still enduring the pain. She was enduring this cruelty so she could display her strength. I couldn't defeat Sadako. I couldn't crush her strength. Sadako had achieved her goal. She'd become independent, so she didn't need Satoshi-kun anymore. She still believes Satoshi-kun will come back one day. She looks forward to a day when she can show her brother how strong she had become. But Satoshi-kun hasn't seen any of that. Instead, I, who never even thought that Satoshi-kun would come back, was the one who witnessed her strength. What was I thinking? I thought Satoshi-kun was dead. No, I assumed he was. Why did I? I never even thought of waiting for him. I didn't believe he would ever come back. I didn't wait. I tried to avenge him, but I guess what I really did was forget about him. Sadako's different. She never even thought he was dead. No, maybe she did a little. But even so, she waited. She waited for a day when he could show him how much she'd grown. She waited patiently. What about me? I didn't do anything. I wanted to forget about my sadness, so I tried to find my enemy. I became a demon, using revenge as an excuse so that I didn't have to think like a human. I lost. I couldn't endure the pain of waiting for Satoshi-kun, so I chose to become a demon. In other words, I got rid of my soul, the soul that loved Satoshi-kun. In other words, I got rid of Satoshi-kun himself. Sadako won. While she had been gritting her teeth before, her mouth had gone slack. Her eyelids were half shut, but I could see her eyes a little. They looked like she was dreaming about something happy. Satoshi-kun was there, in her eyes. Sadako endured until Satoshi-kun came for her. Sadako ran up to Satoshi-kun. She jumped onto him. Satoshi-kun hugged her, and they spun around. You can cry now. Satoshi-kun told Sadako that, and she cried very hard. Satoshi-kun rubbed her head so gently. We'll be together forever, he said, and continued to rub her head so gently. Satoshi-kun, I was waiting for you too. What meaningless words. He was already dead inside me. I never believed in our reunion. How pitiful of me to say that. Just because I saw Sadako and Satoshi-kun together again. As Satoshi-kun hugged Satoko, his eyes met mine.
Shion,
Satoshi-kun said.
I asked you a favor.
What favor? I tried to remember. What kind of favor did Satoshi-kun ask me? Satoshi-kun looked at me so sadly because I couldn't remember. That sad look tore my heart to shreds. The blood flowing out from me wasn't as pretty as Satoko's blood. My blood was a slimy liquid, like vomit with filthy chunks of food in it. That was what filled my body.
Whether it's a real curse or somebody's conspiracy, I won't disappear, and I won't fall victim to it.
You won't disappear?
No, not until I buy that teddy bear. I'll get the money pretty soon. I won't go anywhere until then.
A memory of the past, but when? This is a memory before last year's Wada Nagashi. Satoshi-kun called me on the phone then.
My aunt is home. I have to go.
Okay.
Mion.
His aunt was home, so I'm sure he wanted to hang up as quickly as possible. Satoshi-kun paused and spoke.
I'll leave Satoko to you.
My knees and elbows started to shake. My teeth chattered and my fingers were shivering. Satoshi-kun asked me to... What have I done? I couldn't wait for Satoshi-kun to come back, so I filled myself with evil thoughts and acted as I pleased. I didn't believe he'd ever return. I even forgot about his last request. How can I say I love him? I just wanted to forget about my feelings of loss, so I made myself all bloody. How can I welcome him back now? I didn't believe Satoshi-kun would come back. I didn't believe Satoshi-kun was alive. I didn't think he was alive, so I thought he was dead. I believed in his death. I killed him and myself. Nobody else did. I did that. But Satoko believed until the very end. And she was rewarded in her final moments. Satoko wasn't here anymore. She had no more need for her bloody, painful shell. But I'm still here. Trapped in my bloody, tainted flesh. I'm going to rot inside of it. Satoshi-kun was waiting for both Satoko and me. But to be reunited with Satoshi-kun, we had to keep our promises. Satoko's promise was to be strong. Satoko kept that promise until the bitter end, and Satoshi-kun embraced her. My promise was to take care of Satoko for Satoshi-kun. I never kept the promise from the beginning. Therefore, Satoshi-kun will never embrace me. Even if I were to rub Satoko's wounds and ask her if they hurt, that wouldn't mean anything. That was when I felt something behind me. It wasn't Satoshi-kun or the thing that scared me before. I didn't know who it was, but it was right there, criticizing me for my mistakes. Then, I finally realized it. That thing is me. I'd always been there, standing behind myself and watching me break that promise. Satoshi-kun asked me to take care of Satoko, yet I didn't keep that promise. I'd been watching that happen. I cried and gave up on myself. Wait. Satoshi-kun gave up on me and I gave up on myself. What will happen to me now? I don't want to be in this darkness. I don't want to be all bloody. Please don't leave me. If I give up on myself, what will happen to my body? There will be nothing left. The only thing I'll have left in me is an evil demon. I get it. I've known it for a long time now. I am nothing but a demon. A demon doesn't feel sad. A demon's heart can never be in pain. A demon doesn't cry. Shion was still apologizing. She believed that was the only way for her to save Satoko. Her voice was growing hoarse and weak. Shion, you don't need to count anymore. Good job. I guess she realized what happened to Satoko. Shion cried in her cell. Being a demon isn't that bad, huh? I never knew how fun it would be to see other people cry and scream. I've already had plenty of fun in this human world. Maybe soon I'll kill myself and go back to hell. But don't worry. I'll make sure I kill you first. That's why I'm here after all. Demons are pleased when they see people cry and grieve. See? Wait. You like Kei-chan, don't you? Okay. I'll rip Kei-chan apart before your eyes. What a great idea. I'll kill you, and then myself after that. Onikafuchi village is a village of demons. Demons came out of the swamp and attacked the village. I'm going to act like those legendary demons and wait for Oyoshiro-sama to judge me. That'll be a suitable disaster for Hinamizawa, don't you think?
There's no gas involved in this.
What a fucking nerd. Yep,
Ah, Kei-chan, it's me. It's Shion.
Wait, now Ben,
Yeah.
we know that Shion's making this call, don't we? So, is this just done a line break in the middle?
I think so. I wouldn't worry about it. Let's keep on. It's fine.
Okay.
We get points for that? I think we got a point for that. Take a pity point.
Take
Fuck it.
a
we
pity
gotta catch up our lead.
Pity points.
Yeah, pity points are the best kind of points.
You took a long time to pick up. I thought you weren't home. I was just about to hang up.
Sorry, I was just in bath.
Wouldn't your family pick up for you? Could you? Ah, there we go. We did it.
Nailed it.
Could your parents be out right now, Kei-chan?
Well, no, they're not really. Anyway, have you heard about Rika-chan and Satoko?
No. What happened after that? Were they found?
No, they haven't found them yet.
Kei-chan, please don't lose hope.
Rika-chan and Satoko, they were kidnapped, weren't they?
Yes. I don't think there's much doubt.
Rika-chan and Satoko were. I'm sorry. About the mayor. What do you think happened after he was kidnapped? Do you think he's still alive?
Keiichi sounded confused. No. He wanted to believe Satoko and Rika were still alive, which is why he was asking. Keiichi was just like Satoko. Unless the culprit was after money, the abductee would usually get killed right away. I'd never assumed they'd still be alive. But Keiichi was trying to hold on to a little hope. I could feel his strength. It was much greater than mine. I'm a demon, so I didn't come up with an excuse. I think he was killed.
Hey, wait. That was abrupt.
I think it must be really hard to kidnap someone and keep them like they are. As long as they're not hostages, it'd be most practical to kill them once you were done with them.
Kill him so readily? I mean, what's a human life do anyway?
It's a horrible thing, but that's probably what happened.
If the mayor was killed, then does that mean the same happened to Rika-chan and Satoko? No, that couldn't. They weren't some random old man. It was Rika-chan. It was Satoko. They couldn't kill him so easily.
They're implicitly more important than the mayor of the village.
I completely agree.
Shout out to Keiichi and his subjective perspective.
Are you telling me that Shion's an objective perspective?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, I see.
She views all human life as equal. That's why she's in this predicament in the first place, right?
Of course. Keiichi was still refusing to believe what I said. He fought so hard because he didn't want to kill his friends within him. I wasn't like that. I killed Satoshi-kun within me so easily. I blamed Shion for not protecting Satoshi-kun, but I killed him so easily. It's probably better to think that Rika-chan and Satoko-chan ended up the same way. Keiichi roared and cried. It was like their deaths were physically agonizing to him.
Why kidnap someone and kill them? Screw curses and are people's lives really that cheap? Erasing them and killing them without a second thought like this?
You're right. You're absolutely right. It would take a demon. I laughed at myself. I was sure Keiichi didn't notice.
Hey Shion, please tell me, why did Hinamizawa start needing someone to die on the night of Watanagashi?
That's what I'd like to know.
The fighting over the dam project is already over and done with. Haven't enough people been cursed already? Why is it? Why? If there's a reason, then say it now.
I understand how you feel, Kei-chan, I really do. The dam conflict ended a long time ago. Yet murders and disappearances keep happening every year under the guise of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Why? Why is it happening? Some of them had nothing to do with it, and some of them didn't deserve to be cursed, so why? Why?
That's what I'm asking you!
I want to know that as much as anyone! Of course, the curse of Oyashiro-sama never existed. It was just a bizarre environment that allowed people to kill in the name of Oyashiro-sama. The environment and nothing more. Nothing would happen unless there were demons who danced within it. Listen, Oyashiro-sama's curse never existed. It's too unrealistic. It's a fabrication. We made it up.
What?
Not this time.
You're going in circles.
It's false.
What is this?
We made this one up.
Are you repeating yourself for Ryukashi? Is that what's happening here?
No, it's alright. You'll understand when you're older. And by older, I mean when I've edited it.
Oh no. I'm concerned.
Meme's probably a bit old by the time this is coming out.
I don't know what this meme is.
Don't worry, you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Just like you said, someone in the village is using the guise of Oyashiro-sama's curse as a justification for continuing these murders and disappearances every Watanagashi. They were cunning. They'd been using the curse as a convenient tool and made a system where they would get rid of 2 enemies in the village every year. And this year, that system killed Takano-san and Toмотaki-san.
Flash.
Then why wasn't that enough? Why did the mayor and Rika-chan and Satoko have to get killed too? I don't give a shit about the past. The only thing I care about is why Rika-chan and Satoko needed to be killed. Why is that? I didn't say a word to Satoko, you know? Why even her? Why?
Satoshi-kun was speaking through Keiichi's mouth. How could I respond? I didn't know.
Playing 2 characters at once. You're like Shion! Embodying the character.
This is a problem is my Keiichi voice is just Gilbert Gottfried like, you know, possessing my body.
Right.
So sometimes he just takes over
He
for too long.
He just jumps out through your mouth and says, hey, how's it going? Hey.
I didn't know what to say. I could only feel myself being stabbed by the sharpness of those words.
Big off.
Kei-chan, please stop being mean. I don't have any idea what's going on either. Everything changed when we went into the ritual storehouse that night. I was about to make a Fire Nation.
I thought you were going to!
But I'm like 90% sure that's exactly what I did the last time we went over this line.
But it's a good meme.
Editor Felix, can you go find that? And if I did say that, just put me in saying it.
Get on Editor Felix.
Thank you.
Do it for me.
Everything's changed then when we went into the ritual storehouse that night. When I heard that Takano-san and Toмотaki-san had been killed that night, I doubted my ears. Then I realized it instantly. I realized what sort of position I was in now.
A bad one.
The 4 of us snuck in there, Kei-chan. You and I won't be so conveniently forgiven. When I thought about that, it made my chest so tight, it was terrifying. You know that feeling, Kei-chan, don't you? That's why I confessed everything to Uncle Kimiyoshi. He wasn't mad. He smiled and told me if I was really sorry, I'd never be demoned away. He really did smile at me and told me to leave it to him. I remembered Uncle Kimiyoshi speaking ill of Satoshi-kun. I killed him, but everyone in Hinamizawa did that. I wasn't the only one at fault.
When did you let the mayor know?
Huh?
I'm sorry, Shion. It must seem like I'm kicking you while you're down, but Shion, you told him, right? You told old man Kimiyoshi, the mayor.
Yes.
When did you let him know?
Huh? Keiichi's tone was becoming sharper. That edge was cruel, but it was a sharp conviction. It wasn't a dull edge that caused excessive pain. It had a clean, pleasant sharpness to it.
Did you know that the mayor had a severe case of hemorrhoids and had gone to the hospital for treatment?
Kei-chan? What does that have to...
Please answer me. If you didn't know, then just say so.
I knew that. He had hemorrhoids. It looked like sitting down was really hard for him.
He was going to the hospital. You know which hospital, right?
I'm sorry. I don't know that much, but... Kei-chan, what does that have to do with...
I want to ask you straight. Shion, when did you tell the mayor about everything? When and where? You can give me a rough answer, but please give me one.
Kei-chan, why are you asking that? Very good, Mayabar Keiichi. You know who I am, don't you?
It was impossible. The day the mayor disappeared, from dawn until he vanished, there was no opportunity for you to contact him.
That's...
The mayor left first thing in the morning for his examination at the university hospital all by himself without telling anyone. Shion, you just said you didn't know what hospital he went to, so you couldn't have contacted the mayor until he got back. Isn't that right? His train was delayed by an accident. He didn't return to his house until the meeting was about to start, so there was no time for you to have told him before the meeting started either. Shion, did you go to the meeting too? Did you attend it and tell him there? If you didn't, then there wouldn't have been any time left. After the meeting was over, the mayor disappeared on his way home.
Actually, with the meeting,
You didn't even go to that part-time job you said you went to that day. I'll cut to the chase. You haven't been seen since we were at the library together.
Kei-chan, well...
Shion Senazaki disappeared the day after Wadanagashi.
Bingo, Kei-chan. I'm impressed.
Uishi-san says you've been missing despite that you've been calling me every night like this, haven't you? Please, Shion, if something I said was wrong, please say so. Shion, I'm begging you.
Corner me even further. Corner me so the demon inside can't come up with excuses so that it can't escape.
Shion, there's no way you could have seen the mayor, but if you did see him...
The only time I could possibly have seen him on that day was...
Then you saw him after the meeting. In other words, it could have only been right before he disappeared, or else afterward.
This is where we got the eyes, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. This is where we got the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes flash.
Oh, I remember that. Are we going to get them again? I don't have enough oxygen in my lungs to laugh the whole way with this page.
We can't see Shion's eyes. There's also a click there, so if you wanted to say that.
Click.
Yay.
I screeched and screeched with laughter, then slammed down the phone. Very good, Kei-chan. That's right, it's me. I'm the one. Hurry and corner me. Hurry, let me be. Free.
Mm-hmm.
Was he going to tell the police, or was he going to come here by himself? I wondered which it would be. If the police came, I'd struggle as much as I was able. I'd see how good Uishi would be at catching a demon. If Kei-chan came here alone, that wouldn't be smart of him. He couldn't complain about being eaten by a demon then. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him gruesomely while Shion watches. Therefore, Kei-chan, you shouldn't hold back. I only ever thought you were just a funny guy. I never thought I could expect so much from you.
There you go.
There we go.
So that was a good chapter.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was really good.
I enjoyed that.
I'll let you know when I first experienced that moment where Shion's like, wait, what did Satoshi want me to do? Oh, that's right, not murder Satoko. I went ballistic the first time I watched that. That was like a huge moment when I watched it the first time. Less so now. I don't know. How you feeling?
I mean, like, I don't know. I thought that scene was probably one of the better ones we've had so far.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I think as a highlight for Satoko, it's particularly interesting.
Yeah.
Her just spewing under this duress, which we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I am going to endure everything because I think that if I'm good enough at enduring shit, that Satoshi will be proud of me and he'll come back. That's basically what we're being told from that scene.
It's interesting to see, who was it we originally got that from? Was it from Rena in Arc 3 that we got told that about Satoko?
My goodness. I feel like it had to be Rena. I can't think of any other character that makes sense.
Because, like, it's, I mean, you know, it's the answer, Ox, we're getting answers. But, like, there was the, you know, interesting getting that addressed so explicitly and also in wording that was so similar to the way that it was told to us before. Yeah. Like, you have to wonder whether that's something that Satoko has spoken about to her friends off screen, or whether that's something that she's been bottling up and Rena knows just because she's a smarty pants.
She's a smarty pants.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think I have a lot to say about that other than I like the delivery.
Yeah, no. I mean, the main point with Shion is that she's screwing up, and she's finally realized she's screwing up, so she's trying to deal with that by saying, I am no longer Shion or Mion, really. I'm a demon. Therefore, I'm just going to commit myself to the tragedy of my life, which is great.
I'm also enjoying where, I mean, it started like a few videos ago at this point, but I'm enjoying that we're starting to draw harder and harder lines between the psyche of, the demon and the human in Shion.
Yes.
Like, obviously with Keiichi, we had a very similar kind of bipolar-ish thing going on, which it's always really fun to voice, that kind of internal change up in psyche.
Yeah, totally.
But I like the way that it's kind of slowly, like the same way that it did with Keiichi, where it's built from being a subtle, is this actually happening, to this is definitely happening.
Yeah.
And like we already knew that because of the way that she spoke in Arc 2, but the way that it's like coming out from that first person perspective, it still feels like it's a discovery, even though we already knew it.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's
I like
Shion,
the way that's delivered.
It's Shion discovering that, right? She's like, wait, I am a demon. I figured it out, There's that moment where she's like totally gone off the deep end.
You're right, but I also don't think that that's particularly the aspect that I'm enjoying about it.
Sure.
Like, maybe it is because it's definitely happening at a similar pace, but the way that, like, Shion could be saying, like, I am a demon at the same time as she's acting not like one, and it's just her psychological perspective, whereas the way that it reads very nicely flows such that we see that perspective as well as it being literal.
No, I'm with you. I'm feeling it from that point too. That like she has... One of the things that's particularly interesting is the way that the kills escalates. A similar thing happens in Soma, which is a video game that you should probably go play for like AI and stuff. But because she doesn't kill Oreo on purpose, and Kimiyoshi dies off screen, and Rika kind of offs herself. Satoko, I think, is the first kill that Shion makes, which is entirely of her own doing, if that makes sense. Like, she's not like, no, I didn't mean to do, oh no, I tried to wake you up and you're dead, that sucks. Like, she takes the knife and she drives it in, she pulls it down the elbow, and it's really gruesome and awful. And yeah, that's when Shion reaches irredeemability, in accordance with you shouldn't murder people, right?
Yeah. I do wonder, like, one of the things we got particularly towards the end of Arc 3 with Keiichi was his two psyches starting to argue with one another.
Sure.
And it wasn't like ever an outright argument, but you could see him questioning his own internal monologue a bit.
Sure.
We haven't quite reached that point with Shion, and I wonder whether that is going to going to be a point about her character where she's a lot more decisive about herself being crazy.
A lot more whole.
or whether we're still building up this other psyche more and we're yet to get to that point.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main thing I'm interested to see going forwards from her perspective.
We'll see whether or not she can consolidate her feelings and become something that she can commit to, rather than trying to live these double lives.
Obviously we've had Keiichi appear like a few times over the remainder of this arc, but like I feel like I'm doing his voice differently to what I was before he met Tsubushi, because
maybe
basically took a break from it for the longest time.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody compare the pair, figure it out. Maybe you're a little bit close to Shion now because you've been playing Shion for so long.
Maybe. I feel like it's also I've spent a bit of time trying to practice not injuring my voice doing Keiichi's voice.
That's a good one. I like that.
I feel like that was important to my well-being.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to this mostly being you talking for the rest of this arc. But hey, we'll see you next time.
Next time.